Inihahandog ng UPCMC Departamento ng Broadcast at ng Universidad ng Pilipinas, Diliman. Kasama ang Philippine Studies Association at DZUP. Ang pagdiriwang ng ika-100 taon ng broadcasting sa Pilipinas.
Those were the glory days, glory years of the OPM, 70s.
Kapag sinabi mong tundo, ang unang maalala ng lahat hip-hop.
Inasahang mararating ng radyo ang lahat ng sulok ng bansa na hindi kayang gawin ng dyaryo.
Hiling naming makabuo ng panibagong pagpapahalaga sa aming tagapanood tungkol sa mga himig ng ating kultura.
The nature of hip-hop talaga palaban, innovative, creative, nag-evolve talaga siya. Which just proves time and time again how, as a youth culture, hip-hop will always improve upon itself.
Hangad naming makabuo ng tapat na paglalahad ng mga kwento mula mismo sa mga nakararanas ng kultura ng musika at ang mga manlilikha nito.
Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Ako si Krina Cayabyab, isang propesor sa Universidad ng Pilipinas, Diliman at isa sa mga project consultants ng Ethnographies of Philippine Auditory Popular Cultures o EPAPC. Bilang bahagi ng pagdiriwang ng sentenyal ng broadcasting sa Pilipinas, minarapat naming itampok ang serye ng mga dokumentaryong produce sa pangunguna ng Ethnographies of Philippine Auditory Popular Cultures o EPAPC sa ilalim ng CHED-NCCA Salikha Grant tungkol sa OPM ng Dekada Sitenta, eksena ng hip-hop at kasaysayan ng radyo sa Pilipinas. Ako si Krina Cayabyab at samahan ninyo kaming pakinggan ang musika, naratibo at boses ng Pilipino. Upang bigyang konteksto ang ating programa, kasama ko sina Profesor Lara Mendoza at Profesor Betsy Enriquez na kapwa lumikha ng mga itatampok nating mga dokumentaryo.
Okay, so sa pag-aaral ng popular culture sa Pilipinas, konti lang kasi yung attention na nabibigay sa role ng music and sound, auditory cultures in the shaping of Filipino cultural identity. So, itinaguyod namin noong 2018 ang EPAPC or ang mahabang pangalan niya is Ethnographies of Philippine Auditory Popular Cultures. Nung sa proposal namin, sinulat namin na this project aims to fill an area of neglected studies on auditory forms and scenes. Hindi lang auditory, no, meron din basta anything that na of the youth na popular, yun yung gusto naming aralin at bigyan ng i-elevate, ayun, itaas ang antas sa larangan ng critical study sa universities, senior high schools, etc. So sino-sino kami? Ultimately, no, kasi nag-iba-iba yung lineup, pero we ended up the last 4 years 8 scholars, 4 from Ateneo de Manila University and 4 from University of the Philippines in Diliman. So anong ginagawa namin? Nag-bonding. We produce and we share research outputs. It's highly collegial, and because we are all artists or similar-minded in terms of our approach to the study of music or popular cultures, youth, That I think that bond is also helping us build new knowledge on critical investigation of cultural scenes, popular cultural scenes. And I think because we're bonded rin, it helps bring out rin kahit paano the youthfulness of what we're trying to study.
Gamit ang mga dokumentaryong ito, nais naming itala ang kasaysayan ng mga himig ng nakaraan mula sa mga material gaya ng mga larawan, video o pelikula at mga recording at siyasatin ang mga isyong politikal at sosyolohikal ng mga panahong saklaw ng mga dokumentaryo. Hangad naming makabuo ng tapat na paglalahad ng mga kwento mula mismo sa mga nakararanas ng kultura, ng musika at ang mga manlilikha nito. Nais rin naming mahikayat ang susunod na henerasyon na pag-aralan ang mga isyong nakapaloob sa lokal at pang-araw-araw na penomena ng musika, pelikula, radyo, at iba pang pagpapahayag ng sining.
Dagdag pa rito na ilalarawan ng mga dokumentaryo kung papaano hinubog ng mga kaugalian, karanasan at mga institusyon ang mga himig na replikasyon sa damdamin ng nakararami sa lipunan. Bahagi ito ng etnografiyang pag-aaral sa eksena at sining ng musikang Pinoy na sana'y makabuo ng panibagong pagpapahalaga sa himig ng ating kultura. Tampok sa ating una at pangalawang episode ang aking nilikhang dokumentaryo noong 2019. Mula sa iba't ibang perspektibo, ikwento ko ang ugnayan ng industriya ng musika, key participants, mga manlilikhang tagapakinig, mga media organizations at institutional networks na nagsilang ng mga tugtugin noon Dekada Sitenta. Kabilang narito ang isyong politikal, kulturang popular, mga kaugalian at teknolohiya sa pagbubuo ng pagkakataong Pinoy sa larangan ng record industry sa bansa. Dahil sa pagkakaugnay ng iba't ibang manggagawang bumuo ng industriya, isinilang ang mga tunog na kinikilala nating slogan, Original Filipino Music o OPM. Panoorin natin ang ating unang dokumentaryo sa Madaling Salita, OPM, ang Himig Pilipino sa Dekada Sitenta.
Ako'y nag-iisa at walang kasama. At di ko makita ang ating pag-asa. Ang himig natin.
Ano nga ba ang tunog ng himig natin noong Dekada Sitenta? Anong mga karanasan, paniniwala at teknolohiya ang nagpaugong ng damdamin na nakararami sa lipunan? Sino-sino ang may hawak at may likha ng musikang sinasabi nating sariling atin? Paano ba natin may lalarawan ng mga tugtuging hinubog at humubog ng pang-araw-araw na pagkatao ng Pinoy? Sa madaling salita, OPM.
Manila, I keep coming back to Manila. Simply ain't no place like Manila. Manila, I'm coming home. I walk the streets of San Francisco. I've tried to ride in Disneyland.
1960s kasi, nobody wanted to listen to a Filipino song. When we used to do shows in the hotel, they thought that dahil sa iyo was that's the only thing they knew, the foreigners knew, no? So they thought it was our national anthem.
Bawal kaming kumanta ng Tagalog. Lalong-lalo na ng original, so bawal. Ang mga unang sinusulat ko, English, hindi Tagalog. Kasi nga, yung kaliwat kanan, narinig mo, English.
Everybody wanted to sound like an American. Music was American. Tell me why. Because we're brown Americans.
Filipinos are very westernized. I mean, radio was dominated by foreign songs.
Ang influences napakalakas sa foreign, lalo na sa British at saka Americans. Yun ang problema namin noon kasi ang mentality ng mga Pilipino noon talagang foreign. Tapos, ang pinanggagalingan ng music na parating na gagawin namin, ang pinanggalingan, Jumidis Maturan, Nora Honor, Pilita Corrales, Eddie Peregrina, Victor Wood, yung mga ganon. Paano anong gagawin mo doon? Kung wala kang idea, kung hindi ka marunong gumawa ng paraan, paano babasagin yun?
Kung may only in the Philippines, meron ding of the Philippines. Perry Como of the Philippines, Elvis Presley of the Philippines, Johnny Mathis of the Philippines, Tom Jones of the Philippines.
Of the Philippines ka na naman. Ito na naman tayo. Babalikan mo na naman yun. Bakit ba natin kinakanta yung mga gaya-gaya tayo ng parang clone tayo nitong ating colonial master. Salamat tayo. Biro mo kung mayroong Michael Jackson of the Philippines. Kaya.
Sumibol ang pananaw na ito noong dekada 70. Makabayang mithiin at kamalayan, paano lumaganap ang mga ito?
It grinded on its own. And it started nga dun sa himig natin ni Joey Smith. Parang yun tawag yun Hoy, gising! Talagang nagising lahat. Oo nga,
Kasi yung time na yun, Pinoy Rock, sabay-sabay DCRJ, Pinoy Rock and Rhythm. Kami, recording, tapos sa radio, TV, sabay-sabay yun May movies pa nga rock movies Banyuhay ni Heber, Florante, lahat yan. Sampaguita, Juan de la Cruz, Anak Bayan, all of them.
Anak Bayan, Mike Hamilton, Pepe Smith, Sampaguita, of course, Banyuhay, I think Florante.
I remember hearing yung song ni Pepe Smith and Juan de la Cruz, yung Rock and Roll sa Ulan. Na talagang it's, kung tutuusin mo, nonsensical yung song. Pero the fact na nakikinig ka sa radyo tapos Tagalog yung nakanta tsaka modern beat, hindi kundi man or none of the old songs. It was really quite shocking already.
The Filipino rock and roll is not really Bobby Gonzales sa habol-habol. Merong bata akong nililigawan. Sabi niya, it is festipabunan of Maria Capras sa buhay ko po.
May isa pang binansagang tunog banda noong simula ng dekada. Kung may mabuhay singers noong 1960s, dito sa bagong dekada, lumaganap ang awitan ng The Circus Band, The New Minstrels, at The Ambivalent Crowd. Sila ay mga show band na kung tawagin natin ngayon. Nagsimula sila sa paggaya ng plakang-plakang pagtugtog gamit ang usong group singing styles mula sa US. Hindi nagtagal ay lumikha na rin sila ng mga orihinal na awit. Sa mga grupong ito rin nanggaling ang ilan sa mga tumuloy bilang mga solo artists noong naglaon. Buhay na buhay at walang tigil ang tugtugan noon sa Dewey Boulevard, na ngayon ay kilala natin bilang Rojas Boulevard. Nandiyan yung Bayside, Wells Fargo, Rhinos, The Flames, at Eduardo's.
Meron daw Coke House, pangalang Butterfly Restaurant. Driving range ng UP Golf Course.
Isang music lounge na pangalan ay Con Almas. Tourist belt sa Mabini na to. Cola House, malapit sa National Library. From Cola House, nadagdagan ng Hobbit House, tapos Bodega. Tapos marami pang iba.
Niyayaan mo ng Bodega. Sabi na, dito, okay dito. Iba naman yung scene.
In the mid-70s or 74, 75 na, pumunta na ako ng magsaysay Olongapo.
Sa Olongapo, doon ko na-meet yung si Nena, yung ginawa kong kanta. Yung Nena, tungkol sa prostitution. So, yung pagkakwento sa akin ng mga nakakausap ko, nakwento ng layboy sa akin, pare-pareho. Ang dahilan, poverty, kahirapan ng buhay, kaya sila nagiging prostitute.
Dito yung stage, dati. Dito yung stage. Maliit lang yung shakies nun. Wala pa yatang monitors nun eh. Sa harap, kung ano yung kantahin mo at saka yung didinig mo, yun na yun. Wala pa hindi pa naka-mic up mga drums, gano'n. Simple lang. Shakies was one of the places where bands, singers used to play. Kahit na medyo na-establish na.
For the local artists, mostly campuses, they do campus tours. Like I mentioned here in UP, almost every week there's a concert. The Super Session ticket, June 15, 1974. I was a freshman. So June 15 was the opening of classes. Then I saw in one of the columns or in one of the walls of the UP Theater, there was a poster that there was going to be a concert that night. I barely had enough money to buy the tickets, 5 pesos. I was already familiar with Juan de la Cruz because I already had the albums. So I bought a ticket.
Si Edmond, tinanong ko, sabi ko, Mo, pwede ba tayong maglagay ng pangalan ng grupo natin? No? Sige, okay lang. John of the Cross, ano sabi niya? Sabi ko, okay yan ah, ganda, John of the Cross. Ano kaya? Tagalogin natin. Tagalogin, sa Tagalog yan. Juan de la Cruz. Yan. Nung kalaunan si Edmond nagsarili na kasi dumating na si Pepe. Drummer din si Pepe. So, isa lang drum set. So, napapalitan sila. Mas matindi ito si Pepe, kumakanta eh. Hanggang sa 3 na lang kami natira. Pepe, Wally ako. Yun. Nung nag-record na kami ng Bicor, doon na nag-umpisa. Nagkaroon na ng exposure. Ang Bicor noon, nandun pa sa Raon. Ang namumuno noon si Victor Rosario.
Vic de Rosario and Orly Ilacad. And they're cousins, first cousins.
Aking tulong din sa industry ng Bicor. Hit Factory, nun nilabas ng OPM. So, maraming artist.
3 years, but I had the most fun in my life because I could call up Vic anytime and say, we want to record, get us a studio. And when we get a studio, nobody's allowed from the record company, no A&R, and nobody's allowed to listen to our songs until it's finished. We were probably the only band or recording artists that were allowed to record whatever we wanted.
Ang hinahanap ng Bicor na naman ay yung comedy song. Yung una akong inalok ng comedy song kasi isa sa empleyado ng Bicor, kilala ko na singer galing ng Cebu. So ako ang inalok na kumanta ng novelty o comedy song. At first, inayawan ko kasi nasanay ako sa baladir ako eh. Sabi ni Vic de Rosario, di, experimental di bata, experimental lang to. Subukan mo lang. Kung magkano babayad? 50 pesos lang binayad sa akin noon ni Vic. So tinanggap ko kaya gusto ko rin marinig ang boses ko sa plaka.
Naisip nyo na ba kung ano sa Filipino ang salitang recording? Pagtatala? Hindi gaano. Maaaring sa konteksto ng Dekada Sitenta, kapag sinabi ng isang musiko ang I will make a recording, ang ibig niyang sabihin ay gagawa ako ng plaka.
Ang title sa Bisaya, Lulang Kunot. Isang linggo pa lang na-release, nag-hit ka agad. Doon na lalong interesado ang bike ko sa akin. Record ka ng record bata. Record ng record ako.
Nung mag-recording ako dito, nandiyan si Jose Mari Gonzalez, yung owner nitong Cinema Audio. Ito yung Studio B. Ito yung entrance niya. Yung drums, ako, dito ako nakaset ng drums. Then may divider yan dito. Movable yung divider. Tapos dito yung piano. Of course, yun yung control room. Then, dito yung mga orchestra, the whole side niya. Sabay-sabay kami mag-recording noon. Walang click track. Basta lahat sabay-sabay. Wala pang singer. Overdub na lang yung singer. Noong time na yun, natatandaan ko, dito namin nire-record yung kay Victor Wood, yung Pinoy Jazz, dito namin ginawa. Yung unang album ni Sharon, dito din. Nora Honor, dito din namin ni-record. Mga 1960s yun. Ano pang ni-record namin dito? Yung ibang kay Ray Valera, dito din namin ginawa. Dito, Studio C. Minsan dito ginagawa yung mga overdubbing ng voice sa mga jingle commercial. Wala pa mga sequence nun. Nandito, 4 tracks lang itong maliit na studio na to.
Cinema Audio may have been the first. Cinema Audio is one of the recording studios hired by most productions like Sampaguita, LVN. That was probably the first time an 8-track was used. Kasi dito sa Pilipinas, what we know and what we talked about sa recording studios is that nag-umpisa na tayo sa 8-track na kagad eh. We started 8-track na recording on a Studer, parang gano'n. Pero every recording studio seems to have a Studer na 8-track eh. So we don't know which one was the first. Pero that's the 70s, definitely.
Analog pa naman, yung tape. Oo. Isa kami sa 8 tracks. Beatles, 4 tracks. Boy Prince naman, 8 tracks.
8 tracks.
And then 16, then 24.
Talagang sa studio na ako lumaki. Halos dito ako nakatira.
Buyatan, mga ganun ba? O natutulog kami sa studio. Naabot kami ng madaling araw.
So 2 days of rehearsals netted us 10 songs. And up to the last minute, 3 hours, we were still writing. And in fact, the first love was completed 3 hours before the recording the next day. So in 8 hours, we were able to squeeze in 8 songs, recorded them, and we just left them, and we let the record company mix it, which is something that we never allowed to happen again.
For us, there's no process. Basta, may recording tayo next week, ha? Kasi gawa ko. So, like Danny, for example, would sing a song. No? Let's say, Jim, ito, may song ako. Pumapatak ang ulan. Which if you ask him to sing it, again, iba na naman ang takbo eh. He would just wing it all the time. It would be there would be differences already, hindi talaga nakalatag as as a final piece, no? So I go to the studio with that frame of mind, and I just do it and I say, Danny, ito nang ginawa ko. Bahala na. So we work around that. What was recorded na?
Ako yung jamming lang yun. O, Piaps, kantahan mo na. O, teka na. O, ready na ba dyan? Sa boot? Okay na, sige. Ikaw, okay na. Okay na, take! Walang lyrics yun. Wala, tira lang siya. Beep, 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 beep. Sabi ng super. Ganun lang yun. Minsan, ganun eh. Minsan nakakaano yung spontaneous. Malabas na.
Yung mga nag-recording dito, Vicor, Viva, Octo Arts, Weya, Dyna, Gen Records. Yan, yung mga nirecord din namin dito.
There were so many songwriters that came out and just experimented in so many different directions. So the radio stations were swamped and people wanted to hear more.
Radio is the avenue for people to hear the songs. No, tapos pupunta yan sa record bar, hanapin. So most of the time, ang problema mo is producing the physical production. Pag hindi mo talaga follow yung process, let's say, sobrang benta, no? Tsaka yung stamper, ano yun eh, parang ito yung vinyl, no? Pina-flatten yun, di ba? Para malagay yung grooves. Nasisira yun. So gagawa ka na naman ng bagong stamper. So, sometimes you couldn't supply the hits.
Iba't ibang klase ng tunog at tinig ang naisaplaka. Hindi nagtagal, nagkaroon ng bansag ang anumang awiting tubong Maynila.
And I said, Vic, if we transfer to you, I want it to be branded, our sound, something like Motown, the sound of Philadelphia or like that. Sabi ko, in fact, I have an idea. Why don't we call it the Manila sound?
Aawitan kita, aawitan kita. Araw-araw, gabi-gabi ay naghihintay. Kahit malabo ang pagpili ko, sa'yo.
On March 16, 1521, when Philippines was discovered by Magellan, they were sailing day and night across the big ocean until they saw a small Limasawa Island.
Sakisalayaw, Tesro. Sakisalayaw, Tesro. Tayo'y magsayawan, sumabay sa takbo ng tugtugan, at sa magdamagan, itabi ang lungkot, ibigan, ang sarap ng mamasyal pa sa luneta nang walang pera.
Remember, yung pumapatak ang ulan, nag 120,000 na yun, tapos we had to stop kasi nasira yung stamper. You know, so we stopped for about a few days, tapos resume na naman. Pero ang laking nawawala. Kasi mainit di ba?
Ngunit paano nga ba na ipahayag ng malawakan ang mga tugtuging ito? Paano nagiging ganap na hit songs itong mga samut-saring likha?
A hit song is basically a song that actually is being heard extensively on radio and being sold extensively also on the record bars. That's what you consider a hit song. For you to have a hit, you have to be played in all radio stations.
Hindi mo sila masisisi na ang tingin nila sa iyo ay materialis na pang-negosyo. Kaya kung nauna ko sa yung disco yung tigil mo na yung mga rock na yan. Naka-freeze ka. Ang recording companies, ang tandang priority, profit. Hindi naman sila for culture wala naman sila pakialam sa development ng culture Ang kanilang priority, paano kikita.
A label would go look for an artist that is financially viable for returns. An artist has to be molded to a specific style para maibenta ng label.
I was offered by Vicor to work for them. I was told that, well, we got you because we want you to really help us in television because you know a lot of people there. So just book our artists, expose them. And then radio stations, you talk to them, the station managers. All right. So nasa akin, nakasalalay kung sisikat o hindi ang isang artist. How I would promote it. How well can I convince radio people to really play it.
Yung payo na magbabayad ka sa mga DJ o sa station manager na to play his music.
Mga players sa loob ng music industry, nag-print ng mga labels, yan, nagkukwento sila. Sa unang payo lang 10 pesos lang ang bayad. Malaki na 10 pesos noon. Isang tugtog, 10 pesos.
I'm not a hypocrite. There was payola during that time. Payola was not bad in the sense that whether we got paid or not, we would be playing the same songs. Because we're playing the hits of what were hits in the US during that time. Now, some record companies would force us to play Victor Wood, for example. You know, it's my pet peeve. Now, seriously, here's a guy that was made by Payola. He became a hit because of Payola. Because paid us a lot of the DJs, the radio people, a lot of money. And then he was the first guy that went to the Senate of the Philippines during that time and exposed Payola.
Gumulo. Yung nga, in-expose yan nila Victor Wood. Kasama dyan si Julius Obregon. Sila Julius Obregon taga ang leader nun. Inatak lang nila si Victor Wood. Hanggang si Victor Wood ang naipit. Siya yung pagka sa radyo, galit sa kanya yung mga DJ.
Even if you have that payola, whatever it is, whatever you mean by that, radio stations will not play your song unless they like it. Kahit sabihin mong bayaran na kita, wala yan, hindi ka tutugtugin. So, payola didn't matter. I mean, they were after ratings. They will actually really feel first the potential of the song.
If you release a song that is similar in a way to the construction of the songs that are hits, then there's a plus factor on your side. It may give you the advantage of being accepted by the public, by the market. See, I talk this way because I don't talk about the public, I talk about the market, the record market.
Hindi ka nga naman tatagal sa isang industriya kung wala ka ng tinatawag na creative thinking. Ang daming pakulo ng industriya, hindi lang naman para sa kanilang ekonomiya, kundi para rin sa masaganang paglalahad ng musikang Pinoy.
We were working in a record company called Gem Records. It was so small that we didn't even have shelves in Shoemart. So ang hirap hanapin ng mga records namin. But we were producing hits. We had what do you call it? Mike Hanopol, we had Apo, we had Haji, Florante, you know. Pero we were a small outfit, so we wanted to mag-distribute ng records sa radio stations. We wanted something that DJs would notice, and so we put OPM, meaning Original Filipino Music.
Nilagay nila ang 3 letrang iyon sa label ng mga records, OPM.
And that became the catchphrase na OPM came from was a term actually originated by Danny Javier.
Lahat kami employee ng Octo Arts International. It's a recording company kay Orly Lakad. Ito si Orly, isip siya ng mag-create ng panibagong artist for Octo Arts. Ang gusto niya is parang boy band. Yun yung Dahil Mahal Kita. And ang composer nun is si June Malilin. After matapos yung may record yung song na yun, nag-start na si Orly na ipadalin sa mga record, sa mga radio station para i-play. Wala pang pangalan yun, yung song lang. Meron kaming monitoring group. Bawat frequency yun.
So, nag-viral na.
Nag-viral.
Doon nag-start ngayon. So, hinahanap ngayon ng mga TV.
Sino ba yung mga yan? Saan recording yan?
Binalikan yung sa akin. Ng pag-aralan nila. Subukan natin to. Gastahan natin to. Baka pumutok ito. Si John Regalado, ang drummer, ang pianista nun, si Lori Illustrate. Yun, ako gitara. Tapos, gawa ng kanta, no? Natapos na yung kanta. Sabi ko, Vic, tapos na yung kanta. Kantahan mo na muna. Sabi niya, sige, kinantahan ko na muna. Kumpleto, nilagyan ko na ng mga second voice, third voice, sige, tapos na. Sabi ko, Vic, after mga 1 month, Vic, tapos na. Oo, tapos na. Sige. Wala pa ba membro? Wala tayong makuha. Sige, kahit sino na din. Lumabas na sa radyo. Yung boses ko na lumalabas doon. Pero wala pa namang visual Yan na. Pumutok ngayon sa radyo. Naku. Ang putok sa radyo pala noon. Hinihingi na sa visual sa TV. Nagdidimam na yung TV. Labas nyo na yan. Isit na yung TV. Gusto na makita ng mga tao. Sabi nga. Hindi. Wala pa membro. Hindi. Kahit sana lang. Mulot ka lang sa kali. Pulutin mo na lang. Basta may pogi na Sige.
Dito din ginawa yung Cinderella. Isa sa Cinderella, si Kito Kulayko, pero ang pangalan niya sa plaka is Cinderella. Maraming hindi nakakaalam na isa siya sa overdub ng under the credit name of Cinderella.
Going back to Ray Valera, during the time, sumisikat na yung kanta niya. Lumapit sa akin si Ray, sabi niya, Ato, bakit ganun? Bakit? Sikat yung kanta ko pero ako hindi. Hindi ba sabi ko sa'yo kasi my boss didn't want him to be exposed. Ayun na nga, ginawa ko. In-expose ko na sa TV. Kung bahala sa'yo. So after that, yun na. So after that, I was fired.
Maaaring isang paraan ng paikipaghamon ang pagkopya ng awit ng kinakalabang record company. Ito ang VST and Company ng Vicor Records. Ito naman ang Pasyonata sa ilalim ng Gem Records. Coincidence? Intentional?
Si Orly Ilacad formed a new group, and during that time, ang trend was the Bee Gees sound. So nag-hit yung boyfriends yung dahil mahal kita. Yan.
So nung nag-click yun, sinundan ngayon ng Vicor naman. Naglabas sila ng grupo naman, which is yung VST and company, na they sound like boyfriends na rin.
Kung anong hit ng isa, sagutin mo rito. Anong pang sagot mo dyan?
Kasi yung record company ko, konti lang yan. Konti pa lang noon. So kung anong meron sila, dapat meron din kami. Diba?
Katulad nung may Imelda Papi din sila, meron kaming Eva Eugenio. Yung gano'n.
Hindi mo pwedeng suluhin yung cake eh. Kaya lang makikain ka rin sa cake.
Which is, nakatulong sa industriya natin. Kasi, dumami yung mga magagandang kanta.
If you want to really have a hit, you have to produce something that is not within the trend. Kailangan iba na yan. Kasi you will be the trendsetter. Ikaw magda number one dyan. Kung ano yung hit ngayon, at supply ka lang ng supply ko ano yung katulad niyan, you will just be a second-rate copycat.
Yugyugan na ng advisors. Sige na people, let's get on down. Sige na, sige na, sige na, sige na. Labas kami nun. Labas ang Vicor. Gapo. Yung mga bandang gapo naman. Yung mga Halik, Solid Band. Sino-sino yun? Kami yung nagsaset ng trend. Tapos gagawin lang sila. It is good for Philippine music in a way.
Mga songwriters noon hindi tumitigil sa pagsulat. Katulad nila Nonong Pedero, hindi lang songs ang ginagawa niya, kundi pati commercial jingles. Pati na rin si Nonoy Gallardo, isa pa rin niyang jingle writer and copywriter and songwriter. Si Butch Monserrat na siguro na kilala natin dahil sa Metropop Song Festival, marami din siya mga awitin. Pero isang lyricist na sobrang magaling, na probably hindi nyo kilala, pero marami siyang nilikang lyrics, ay si Ernie de la Peña. Para rin siyang kasing prolific, pero mas kilala tulad ni George Canseco. Hindi lang lyricist, kundi mahusay na gumawa ng musikang original Filipino music.
My second recording, I was pregnant with my youngest. So, we made it part of the concept. That's why it's entitled Ako at si Celeste. Ako is my child in my womb. And that's why we were able to include Saranggola ni Pepe there. Kasi it's for a child, it's for children.
Matayog ang lipad ng saranggola ni Pepe.
Kasi it's like the story of a woman who falls in love, and then she gets married, and then she's pregnant, and then she gives birth. That's really the argument. So that concept was because I was pregnant.
Ni Padre, maingay ang taginding rosaryo ng babae.
Sampaguita. Bago pumasok sa industriya ng musika, si Sampaguita ay isang mananayaw at ramp model. Ayon sa manunulat na si Tina Arceo Dumlao, ang awiting Bonggahan ni Sampaguita ay hango sa lengguwahe at mundo ng mga kaibigan niyang bakla na nagtatrabaho bilang mga designer at makeup artist. Kasama niya sa paglikha at pagtugtog ng mga awit sina Gary Perez at ang grupong Anak Bayan.
Halika na sa kabukiran, at ang paligid ay masdan.
Kapuna-puna din ang mga pangyayari pagdating sa mga palabas.
I dress up sexy, you know, because you have to. Hindi naman yung ano talaga, no? Pero I've had a lot of yung masakit na salita somebody asked me once during performance, I don't know your songs, my heart began to sing. How many men have you had in your life? You know, this is during the show. So you really have to be very quick. Oh, I said, I don't remember, but you're next in line. That was my answer, so he had to keep going. Wala na yun. One time, may umihi pa while I was singing in the bases. You know, the ship comes in too big. Lasing na yun. He came up on stage and I thought he wanted to talk to me. He just peed. Oh, so many things. All those people also. I learned so much. That's why I like to do shows where I can see them close. You know? I know exactly whether they like me and they don't like me. I have learned that already. So when I come in with a husband and wife, she does this already to her husband. Don't look at her. She's the one I will attack during the whole show. And when they finish the show, she loves me again. Things like that, you know, experiences na you only get, you know, just because you have to work. You're the breadwinner, so you continue doing shows everywhere. But you know, you learn a lot. Talaga. Wala naman yung mga insults and everything. A few, you know. Ganyan, pero usually, I know how to get to them immediately.
Diyan po nagtatapos ang unang bahagi ng Sa Madaling Salita, OPM, ang Himig Pilipino sa Dekada Sitenta. Samahan niyo po ako sa pagpatuloy ng dokumentaryo sa susunod na episode ng Musika, Naratibo at Boses ng Pilipino. Maraming salamat sa mga tagapakinig.
Ang programang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng UPCMC Departamento ng Broadcast at Universidad ng Pilipinas, Diliman, kasama ang Philippine Studies Association at DZUP sa pagdiriwang ng ika-100 taon ng broadcasting sa Pilipinas.